In this video, we will discuss prokaryotic transcriptional regulation, specifically focusing on the positive inducible operon. An operon consists of a group of genes regulated by a single promoter. These genes are called structural genes because they encode proteins that contribute to the structure of the cell by forming things like microtubules and actin filaments. The operon also contains regulatory DNA sequences that serve as the binding sites for DNA binding proteins, which control transcription of the operon. Some DNA binding proteins are repressors that bind to pieces of DNA called operators. When bound to the operator, the repressor suppresses transcription. We will now look at the positive inducible operon. It exhibits positive control because the DNA binding protein is an activator that binds to the activator binding site. However, in order to bind, the activator requires a small molecule such as an amino acid. It exhibits inducible control because when the small molecule binds to the activator can bind the DNA and initiate transcription by allowing transcription factors and RNA polymerase to bind to the promoter and drive transcription. However, when the small molecule is not present, the activator cannot bind and transcription cannot occur. Alvin the Rabbit loves to play with his friends at Looking Glass Lake. But Alvin lives far away and must climb up Easter Egg Mountain and run down it if he wants to meet up with his friends. He can only do this if he has a carrot to eat and give him energy. In this example, if transcription is playing with his friends, then Alvin is the activator and the carrot is the small molecule. If Alvin does not have a carrot, he cannot climb Easter Egg Mountain, the activator binding site, and he cannot play with his friends, so transcription does not occur. But if he eats a carrot, he can climb up the mountain, run down it, and meet up with his friends to play. Transcription and translation of the genes he needs to play occurs, such as carrotase, which converts the nutrients in carrots to energy, wigglease, which helps him wiggle his ears to hear his friends calling him, and thumperase, which helps him move his feet to run and swim with his friends.